Hey everyone, it's April and welcome back to my channel, House to Home. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I decorated my living room and dining room for Halloween 2023. The dogs are passed out on the couch, all comfy cozy, so they will be joining us for the tour, but I have a feeling they'll wake up in a little bit. We're going to start over here where little Brody is taking a nap. I have 3 Halloween blankets. The purple one is a Hocus Pocus one that I got at Kohl's last year. The orange one has trick-or-treaters all over it, dressed up in costume. That is from Target. And then the gray one, I think was from either Burlington or Ross a few years ago. And the bat pillow I got at HomeGoods this year. This blanket, which is a Ray Dunn blanket, it has Boo and Ghost and pumpkins all over it. Got that last year, I think at Marshall's, and it's actually for a full queen size bed, but I like to have a really big blanket down on the couch to cuddle up with. Behind Baron, I just have a mixture of Halloween pillows. Benny likes to lay right on top of them. The orange and black ones are just like pillow covers from Amazon, and the other ones I got at Burlington and HomeGoods. This is a primitive piece. You will notice throughout the tour I have a lot of Halloween primitives. I buy from 2 specific places, one lady from an antique mall and another one from some random craft fairs. I always look her up, and every year I always buy some new pieces from her. In this shelf, I just have a mixture of things. I can't even tell you where a lot of them are from, to be honest, because I've had them for so long. The dangly leg guy is a Bony Bunch from Yankee Candle, and that primitive mouse was a gift from my mom. This is another one of the primitive items from the craft fair that I go to. I think I named him Mr. Bones, and he even has like a little skeleton in his hand. Up on my ladder, I decided to do some kind of like a witchy theme. So I put some witch hats that are a garland I got at Michael's a few years ago. And then I draped this broom across the top. I just wired it up there. And I just really like that vibe with the lights, especially at night. The buffalo check orange and black curtains, they are from Amazon. Very inexpensive, and it really is a nice way to really boost up your holiday decor. We'll start over in this corner now. On the window shelf, I have a couple more primitive Halloween things. The little October 31st sign I made. And that little mummy, I have 2 of those. They are from Michael's. And the black cat, I think I got last year at an antique mall as well. I love that his little tail kind of just hangs off the edge of the shelf. Up here on these shelves, I just have a little collection of things. The ghost with the pumpkin in his hand, that was from TJ Maxx this year. It was new. On here, I've had all of these things for a couple years now. The 3 witches I know are from TJ Maxx. The Hocus Pocus sign was new this year, also from either TJ Maxx or Marshall's. This little guy is a Bony Bunch. And I'll just do a little close-up look of everything on these shelves. Down here, this ceramic black cat hanging from the lampshade is from Yankee Candle. I guess you're supposed to put it on a candle, but I like it on the shade. And then this witch, my mom decided to downsize a lot of her Halloween items again this year. She's just done to decorate for fall. So she gifted me this witch. And then the frog I got at HomeGoods this year. So I thought that looked really cute together. This love that little witchy vibe over here in the corner. And then this cat, which is also from the woman at the craft fair. I love his long neck, and I just like posting him like kind of over here on top of these witch boots. Kind of makes them a little more sturdy. And then the jack-o'-lantern light up post that is, I believe, from TJ Maxx a few years ago. On my awning, I have this witch and broomstick garland. I got that at Ross this year. And I know it's a little hard to see them with the light shining in, but they're really cute. Their dresses are made of like lace, and then they have a lot of jute twine for like arms and beads for the hands. And I just think that is adorable. On my windowsill, I just have a couple little things. A lot of this is by the brand Primitives by Kathy. In the middle, I got this at the antique mall. I gave him a bit of a makeover. His thing around his neck was green, and so are his feet, and I painted them black. I think he kind of has like that jester circus vibe. And again, another Primitives by Kathy guy back there. And if you know me, I collect like these Sherpa style pillows every year. They're very popular. They tend to get a lot of dupes for them in Home Goods. So I got the pumpkin and the ghost. Then I have this Hocus Pocus spell book that I DIY'd a few years ago. Probably one of my favorite DIYs I ever did. And then I just added a witch hat to my giant teddy bear. Down here, another primitive item I got at an antique mall last year. I love how plump her body is, and she just looks kind of sad there with her little candy corn. Then moving over here, I have this kind of barnwood shelf, or hutch I should say, that I decorate for all the holidays. We'll start out on the bottom. I have these witch boots that I got in the Target dollar spot. God, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. On the bottom, I have a primitive spider and some wooden ghosts. This pumpkin is from TJ Maxx. And then I took another one of my primitive bears and just added a candy corn to his hand. This was from my mom's stuff she gave me. Just really vintage looking cat. I thought he was fun. And then on this shelf, I just have a nice little collection of more primitive things. This guy's a voodoo doll. I just love him, again, from that same lady. My teddy bear here, I just stuck a little orange pumpkin pail in his hand, as well as the ribbon around his neck. I have bats on each side. In the middle, I have Mr. Candy Corn. I got him last year from an Etsy shop, and he came with all those little candy corns as well, so I just sprinkled them on the bottom. And then this is a little primitive ghoul. She has some white curly hair, kind of like a skeleton, but a little bit different. And then lastly, another little witch. Up on this shelf above it, I have this. It's all a bunch of Hocus Pocus sign, which was from Kirkland's a few years ago. And then these are my newest things I got this year from the craft fair, from that woman who makes primitives. This guy is supposed to be Jack the Ripper. He even has a little knife and a doctor's bag, and I just fell in love when I saw him. I thought the size was great, and she just does amazing work. And then I couldn't leave without him either. Kind of has like a Jack Skellington vibe. He has a little mouse on his shoulder there. And just the way she paints their bodies, I don't know. I just can't. I mean, so much talent. And then in the center here, look at these little witches. These were also from my mom's stash of stuff. She doesn't even remember where she got them, but absolutely love them. The detail is just so cute for how tiny they are. And then she also gave me this, which I've been eyeing up for years. Someone gave it to her as a gift, and it's probably one of my favorite Halloween things that I own now. I just love them little legs. Absolutely adorable. And there's one last look of what the Hutch looks like. On my door, I have a primitive handmade Frankenstein. He needs to be hung up because he doesn't like sit right. You have to kind of just lay him flat. So I always put him on my door, and it's great because it doesn't bang when I'm opening and closing it. This wreath I kind of threw together myself. I got the wreath at TJ Maxx. I put some pumpkin picks in from Dollar Tree and then added that little primitive profile witch to the center. This sign, I can't remember where that's from. Maybe TJ Maxx. The pumpkin and the mummy are both from the same store. It's a local shop, probably like a half hour away from me, but she always has really cute stuff. The little cat is from my mom. And then the things on the bottom I've had for a while. I know the candy corn was from TJ Maxx. It's like a little pillow and it has two little legs sticking out on the bottom. Over on my fireplace and television, I'm watching Halloween Town right now. I don't know, this is the fourth one. I'm not really a fan because I don't like when they change up the characters. It just doesn't have the same feel. But anyway, down here at the fireplace, I got this wooden coffin from a fall craft fair this year. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but then I remembered I had this mummy that I got many years ago, and he just fit in there perfectly. The pumpkin is from Martha Stewart. And I just added that flickering light to have a really spooky effect. Up on the fireplace, I just draped a creepy cloth across the whole thing. And then I have these little mini haunted house lights. They were from Ross this year. Really cute and really detailed. And then I just have a little mixture of things. The light up pumpkins were from Michael's. The skeleton I got this year at TJ Maxx. I have a lot of primitive pumpkins, some bottle brush trees. And if you guys know me, you know that I love to collect anything that's like needle felt. At Christmas, I have a huge collection that I put on the fireplace. So this year, my Halloween collection grew a little bit. I got the mummy, one of the dogs, and the mouse that was on the end holding the candy corn. So I thought I would display them all on here just because your eye really goes up here and everyone will get to see them. A lot are primitives by Kathy, and I forget what the other website I got some from, but so cute. Love collecting them. This witch I actually got from a hospital gift shop a few years ago, but I don't know. I love her gray hair and her lipstick. Very cute and detailed. And then on this side of the fireplace, I have two spooky trees, and I use these to house all of my little tiny ornaments that I've collected through the years. A lot of them were from Pier 1 when there used to be stores around. I used to always get ornaments there for Christmas and for Halloween. A lot of them are from Michael's. Some are from craft fairs. Just the whole little collection. A lot of mummies, skeletons, witches. And yeah, I'll just let you look around and see if any of them catch your eye. On this table, I have a primitive witch head, And on the shelf, I just have a collection of little things. The cauldron is a candle from Home Goods. The Hocus Pocus sign I made using Dollar Tree supplies. And I just have a ghost and a pumpkin sack that is also a primitive item I got a few years ago. And then it looks like we have some dogs that are awake that have come to visit us. On this chair, I have another one of those Sherpa pillows. It's a skull. And then I have this black cat pillow from a few years ago. Might have been from Walmart. And then this blanket I'm absolutely in love with. I got it this year at Burlington. So glad I found that. I love all the illustrative quality it has. So cute. And I'll give you one last look around this part of my living room. Now we're going to start out touring the dining room. This is another small hutch that I have. It fits perfectly in this corner. I have a bat down here hanging on like a little wooden plank. I got that at a local shop. And then we'll kind of start up at the top, I guess, and then work our way down. I have a primitive witch that I picked up this year. I showed it in one of my hauls. I think she's really cool. I love the chains on her. She even has a pumpkin pail. The mummies I got at TJ Maxx this year. I think they're really cute. They're just kind of walking together. And then this is the famous Headless Horseman. I found it at Home Goods this year. Decided to pick it up. I don't know if it totally goes with my vibe, but I like it, and maybe next year I'll like use it as a centerpiece or something, but this year just stuck it up on top of the hutch. These are Johanna Parker mugs. I think I got 2 of them at Ross and then the other 2 at Home Goods last year. 2 ghosts that are from Home Goods, and then I put a boo in front of them. A primitive witch that I got a few years ago. And then these canisters are from TJ Maxx, and a little trick-or-treater down here. It says candy please, love her. Then I got 2 more mugs down here, both Ray done with the toppers. The candy corn is a needle felt that I made, along with this ghost that I stuck inside of this lantern. The witch is inside is from Ross. And then down here on my little bar cart wine cabinet, I have a Mr. Skeleton guy just sitting there on the chair. And I decorated a little tiered tray. Usually I have this kind of like a Hocus Pocus theme, but I got a new tiered tray this year that I put in my kitchen that I put some Hocus Pocus stuff on. I will show you that in my next video. Probably a day this week. I'm going to try to get that up, obviously, before Halloween. But I didn't go like crazy in the kitchen, but enough that I definitely want to show you all how it turned out. More of those Amazon buffalo check curtains in here. And then on this like table, I just have some more primitive things. The pumpkin I got this year, and then we got a snake over here that he actually came with the skeleton that was in the other room, but I don't know, wasn't feeling it on him, so I just decided to stick it on the table. This is another pair of primitive things. I know the light's making it a little hard to see, but he is a Frankenstein. And then over here we got a witch, and they aren't exactly a set, but they look like it. They're both made by the same person and using the same colors. So I like to display them together. I got them last year. And there's a little look at that corner. And then we'll move over to this corner of my dining room, which there's a lot going on. In this kind of high chair, I just displayed all of my Halloween themed Boyd's Bears that I got. So many of them. The one that has the little kind of candy corn colored sweater is a cat that I was sent to by a sweet subscriber. Thank you so much. Loved adding her to my collection this year. And then on this shelf, I just decided to put my whole collection of anything that was felt. And a lot of this stuff I bought either at Home Goods or TJ Maxx in the last couple years. I like the green guy. It kind of reminds me of the boogeyman. And then the mouse is Martha Stewart this year. He's all wrapped up like a mummy and has little spiders crawling on him. And then those little skeletons on the bottom holding hands, they were from Target this year. Up on top of my hutch, I just have a witch and a ghost, a wreath, and then a pumpkin on the end that has a face like Jack Skellington. This skeleton garland is from Dollar Tree last year. Then I just have a couple little Halloween things hanging on the knobs, including this witch in a cone or a witch hat that my mom gave me. And then this sign I got from Ross this year. Happy hauntings to all, and to all a good fright. On my dining room table, I just kept it simple. I just have a buffalo check table runner to tie in the curtains. And then this bat bowl I got from Kohl's a few years ago. And then I just put that pumpkin candle in with the moving flame that I shared with you guys for my fall tour. On this door, I just have a primitive spider that I got a long time ago, and I added 2 bats. They are both from Etsy. And then the Salem Forest Apothecary sign, that is from Kirkland's. And I was really excited to find this broom this year. It lights up not only on the bottom but also the handle too, and that is from TJ Maxx. In the middle, I have 3 potion bottles that I got from a local primitive store. The skeleton guy with the little pumpkin in his hand, that is from an Etsy shop. And then down on the bottom, I just have a black cat and a wicker witch hat that I got this year. And then I just stuck a witch pick in the top of it, and it just fit in there perfectly. And I'll give you one last look at that corner. On this side of the dining room, I have some crates that I stack up. The pumpkin on the bottom that's lit up is from TJ Maxx. And I have a witch hand that was from Yankee Candle in that crate there. And in the top crate, I have a pumpkin and a bat pillow. The pumpkin is from Target and the bat was from Five Below. And this little mouse holding a candy corn, his name is Ratso, and he is actually one of the TY Beanie Babies. I found him really cheap at the antique mall. And then this haunted house, new this year, absolutely love this. I saw a few other YouTubers and Instagrammers have it. It is from Target by the Threshold brand. And I just added a little ghost and some other things to it, but I love the detail and that's made of wood. Had to have it. And then on this shelf, I just have a couple little Halloween things hanging from the pegs. And then this is where I house all of my Boyd's Bears that are in costume. Over on this, kind of like piece of wood that I have hanging up all year round. I usually put a different wreath. So I put this one out this year. This one was one that used to be on my front porch. Just has like black bats all over it from Dollar Tree. And then I just added the pumpkin and the witch pick just to give it a little something with a candle in the middle. On my staircase, I have a felt garland that is from TJ Maxx. It's just ghost and jack-o'-lanterns. Then on this table, kind of a witchy theme, I guess you would say. I put another one of those creepy cloths across it just to give it some more color. The witch that's over on this chair, he's green, which I love. Kind of reminds me of a frog. And that is from that same lady that makes the primitives. The candle I got at TJ Maxx. And then we got a little primitive spider on top of a pumpkin. And these 3 witches my mom gave me last year when she first started downsizing. And we're just going to say they're an older version of the Sanderson sisters. On the little knobs here, just a couple more little Halloween things. Those pumpkins are from a craft fair a few years ago, and they smell like cinnamon. Just make the house smell so good. And the witch hat, I think that was from Home Goods. The cat that's sitting here at the bottom of my ladder is from a thrift store. And then this year I picked up this blanket with the ghost at TJ Maxx. A lot of people I also saw with that on Instagram. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, that is really cute. Even better in person. So I picked that up. This Hocus Pocus sign I made a few years ago. If you go back into some of my older videos, you'll see I had a lot of Halloween DIYs. Up on this shelf, just another little collection of things. The haunted house I made using a regular wooden house that I got at a thrift store. This witch my mom gave to me this year as well. It's hard to see, but she has a really cute little face. And on this part of like my door, I added a shelf in the summertime, and I've been having fun decorating it with just like any little things I have left over. Just a candy corn and a mummy. That little sign I made with a stencil. And then just some more small items that I got at craft fairs through the years. And then last but not least, in this corner, I have a sign that says boo with 3 little ghosts. I made that using an old sign I had and some leftover needle felting felt. And then this door, it has 2 kind of creepy primitive witches on it with a vine. And the bottom witch has like more of a painted type face. And then the top one, I don't know, she's like a sewn mouth. She's a little different. And that actually even came with the lantern and the light, like the whole thing at a craft fair for only like $40, which I thought was crazy for how big and just the creativity that went into it. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of my main living room and dining room for Halloween. I know I have a lot of stuff. I'm definitely not a minimalist. I like to have a lot of things, and I enjoy collecting it all throughout the years, and it makes me really happy to display it all. So if you guys were new here today, I would love if you took a minute, hit that subscribe button, gave this video a thumbs up if you like Halloween decor as well. I'll have one more video coming up that's just going to be showing you some of my things that I put out in the kitchen this year. And then we will be jumping into Christmas. So crazy and hard to believe, but it is on its way. Follow me over on Instagram at Housetohome_XOXO, and I'll see you in the next one.